I need to get this 2-inch wide Birch Edge Banding to adhere to some aluminum. It's a 1/4 inch by 2-inch aluminum angle, and I want to make it stick and last. So I'm going to try a couple things, see which one works better. So I've cut some little strips off of here. This is an iron-on or a heat melt glue that's on the back of these. I've cut little strips of them, and I'm going to test 3 different methods of applying them to the aluminum. The first test is I'm going to just use the heat melt, and I'm going to glue it on and see how well it sticks. The second one is I'm going to use some spray adhesive, some Super 77 multi-purpose adhesive, and I'm going to spray that onto a 3rd piece of this glue, of these little veneer pieces. And then the last one, I'm going to glue it and then heat it and melt it at the end. And we're going to see which one sticks better. First step is to clean the metal. So I'm going to clean the metal with some alcohol so we can get any oils off of it. And then I'm going to sand it. Here I've got a piece of 60 grit sandpaper, and I'm just going to rough this up. Use 2 hands. All right, I finished roughing up that metal. I held it with a little more strength off camera, and so I'm going to just wipe off any grit that I have on here with some more glue, and I did hold it for a second. I want to remove any oils. And so in order to test this adhesion, I'm going to use some masking tape to tape off the section that I don't want to glue. Shake the can vigorously. Since I don't want any glue on my CNC machine, I'm just going to put a little overspray protection there. And I'm going to move one of these tabs off and leave one of them on. I think I got this tape set too far over. Okay. Okay, the instructions say to wait for at least 30 seconds, but under 15 minutes. So it's been about a minute between the time this bonded or this glued. So we're going to go ahead and glue this on and glue this one on. Looks like that got this a little dirty. Pushing both of those on. My hand. And remove the tape. And this paper towel is all sticky. We got my standard iron out here, and I turned it all the way up. And we're gonna wait for it to get hot. That's a pretty wide range, but I'm gonna go ahead and use it at this temperature. And I'm gonna flip this around for easier application. I'm gonna use this little step here. Oh, that's already popped up. That's not sticking very well. Even though I pushed it down, it did not want to stay on there. It doesn't seem to bode very well. So I'm pushing that back down. I'm gonna add this one where I took the tape off. This one's clean. I'm gonna turn the grain so it's the same way. I'm just gonna glue this, or heat glue both of these two. I'll leave the other one just spray adhesive glued. And I don't know how long to glue this for, but you're gonna watch how long I do it. And I think this aluminum piece is pretty big, and I'm feeling behind it. I can touch it at least. It's not getting that warm. And aluminum dissipates heat pretty well, so I'm wondering how hot I can actually get this. It's one of the concerns that I had about gluing to aluminum on a big piece of metal, is that heat transfer this heat sink problem is part of this heat transfer question. Okay, so that's done. I'm gonna go ahead and let it, I don't know if it needs to dry or cure for some time, but I'm gonna go ahead and let it do that, and then I'll come back and peel it off and see how well each of these pieces adheres to this aluminum. Thought I'd flip it over and weight it down a little bit. This isn't super heavy, but it's a big welding magnet. It'll at least give it a little bit of pressure there. You know what we could do? Actually, let's clamp it. That's a better idea. We can just bring it right to the edge. And we'll get a couple of clamps. Clamp that down. Okay, and we'll let this sit for some time. There they are. Let's see what I'm going to do to test this. They seem like they're on there pretty good. And so this one was iron-on only. Just peeling it. Okay, getting that started seemed fairly easy. This was peel on and glue. Okay, that's much harder, and it's tearing apart. And then just the glue without ironing is pulling off. So definitely putting on the glue and then heat is much better of a way to adhere these. It does seem to, it'll tear before it comes off in one piece. I keep breaking it, and I don't try to get it to come off in one piece. There might be better glues, but That's what Super 77 does with heat adhesive on aluminum. There you have it.